right. It just went off all abruptly and everything, but just wanted to play a little video right ahead so people can kind of see what the walk has looked like in the past. But we are, as I always say, all the way live. Thank you to everyone who is tuning in. I'm going to give them just a few moments to come on in. I'm going to share it. I think my daughter's in the other room and she's sharing it as well. So I'm going to give them just a very few moments to come on in, and then we're going to talk about this year's walk. I'm super excited again this year, Yasmin. Got started a little bit late, but it's always better to start than to not have started at all. So we're going to do everything we can to make sure that our goal is reached or come as close as we can to it. But the Alzheimer's Association, I always give you all the shout out, no matter what I'm doing, what platform, what I'm talking about when I come on these lives, because you all have become very near and very dear to my heart. I had Audrey on a few weeks ago, and that was great. And so as I try to do every year, I try to get you on here so that we can get this information out. Of course, COVID changed a whole lot for our entire world. So, not just for the walk, but the entire world. And so the great thing about it is the walk was not canceled altogether. Just had to find another creative and innovative way to do it. And I'm happy that, you know, things are still going to go as they're going to go for those that are tuning in. As you can see on the screen, the walk is going to be October 3rd of 2020. The date didn't change. The only thing that changed is how the walk is going to be done. And we're going to get into that in just a few minutes, just as people come on. And so we're not going to be too long tonight, but we're going to be as long as we need to be, just so that we can get this information out. And for those of you that are coming on, again, thank you so much. If you don't mind, if you would go ahead and like the page, share it, share the information, share it on your timeline, to your groups, what have you. Want to get as many people as we can get on while we're live, so that we can talk about this. And of course, if you have any questions for Yasmin, and let me push a pause real quick and introduce her. This is Yasmin Khan. I do not want to mess up your last name. To me.
Hohensie.
All right. She
Yeah.
just
I'm getting used to it too, but yes.
Yes, yeah. She's a newlywed. So since last got married to her wonderful husband, and they're so beautiful together. Definitely we bring her on, but she is actually the chair, not the chair, the director for the Tallahassee Walk to End Alzheimer's. And I probably jacked up your title.
Okay. It gave me a upgrade, so thank you. I'll take it.
All right. But she's the one who coordinates everything, does it. You know, she forms everything with the team and what have you, and has been doing an amazing job ever since I met her. This is about 3 years ago?
3 years ago. Wow. Yeah, 2018 we met. So almost 3 years. Yeah.
Well, she's done an amazing job, and loves her job, loves what she does. And so definitely I wanted to get her back on just to talk about the walk, so we can help people to understand what the walk is going to look like this year. I have on my shirt that I won last year, or got last year, Together We Can End Alzheimer's. And that is what this is all about. Just want to give you all a few statistics just in case you don't know. And these are as of 2020, and it changes every year. It goes up seemingly every year. But for those who don't know, when it comes to Alzheimer's disease is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. Number 6. All right. 50% of primary care physicians believe the medical profession is not ready for the growing number of people with Alzheimer's or other dementias. And, you know, and they're not. I don't believe they're not. That they are. I'm going to talk about something else at the end, segueing from where I left last week. But for right now, we're going to talk about the walk. But more than 5 million people, 5 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's disease. That's a whole lot of people. 1 in 3 seniors die with Alzheimer's or other dementias. It kills more than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. That's Alzheimer's disease. In 2020, Alzheimer's and other dementias would cost the nation $305 billion. By 2050, these costs will rise as high as $1.1 trillion. Okay, that's just the cost, what it would be for our nation. There's 16 million people who provide unpaid care for people with Alzheimer's and other dementia, myself being one. Of course, I'm a caregiver for my mom and my grandmother, and I'm just one person. You're talking about 16 million people that provide unpaid care for people with their loved ones with Alzheimer's or dementia. Between 2000 and 2018, death from heart disease decreased by 7.8%, while deaths from Alzheimer's disease has increased 146%. That is a whole lot. So when you look at these statistics, when it comes down and people ask the question or wonder why is the walk going on, those are the statistics. Those are the statistics. I often say, and it's one thing that even with the Alzheimer's Association has said, reality is when it comes to Alzheimer's and dementia, you either know someone who has it, has taken care of someone who has it, and God forbid, may yourself become someone who has it. And so we are all connected in some type of way when it comes down to Alzheimer's. And so definitely I have become an advocate. I am an advocate for Alzheimer's, for educating, for informing, bringing knowledge, information to others regarding this, because we have to do everything that we can. And not just because it affected me personally, because of that, as well as the fact that I have my mom. Y'all see my mom down there in the corner. I did put her on this background today because I always keep the face with what I'm doing. Reality is, even considering my mom and her condition, I talked about it a little bit last week. I post, some of the mama moments. And today was a good day. Let me say that. Today was an amazing day. I think she has told me at least about 20 times today how much she loves me, how much she appreciates me. And, I said, ooh, today is a really, really good day. But, as you look at it and you're in it day after day after day, and you're dealing with the effects of it day after day. It's one thing that, I tell people often, it's not something that I would wish on anybody, So that is why I work as hard as I do, try to work as hard as I can to make sure that I help to educate other people about this, because I don't want other people to have to deal with it. I do what I do, and it is by the grace of God. But at the same time, you just want something different and better for other people. I also fight for my children. I have 2 girls of my own, and so we don't want to continue the cycle. I want to educate. I want to find out what it is. And so Tallahassee Walk to End Alzheimer's is one way that we are doing that. Okay. Here's another fact for you when it comes to Alzheimer's disease. Almost 2/3 of Americans with Alzheimer's disease are women. Okay. Now I have, my mom has 2 sisters that also have it. All 3 of them right now together. All 3 of them have Alzheimer's. They're at different stages, but when you look at that, 2/3 of all Americans are women. That's serious. Okay. 1 in 3 seniors, I already said it, they die with it. So here's the reason why we're doing what we're doing. And so Yasmin, again, welcome to the My Favorite Girl in Alzheimer's live conversation tonight. Our discussion is this walk. So tell us about the walk, Alzheimer's Tallahassee Walk to End Alzheimer's. Tell us about that. What is it all about?
Well, sure. Well, I just want to say hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. Priscilla, thank you for all that you do, not only for our cause, but for the Alzheimer's cause and Alzheimer's dementia. Everyone who's been affected, you have been such a voice, such an advocate. And as you said, I'm so grateful to have known you now for 2.5-ish years. And you've been such a gift to all of us. So thank you for having me on tonight. And I'm happy to share our new plans for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. As Priscilla mentioned, Walk will look a little different this year. We are, wanting to make sure, as we are making these new plans, our number one priority, our top priorities are the health and safety of our constituents. So this year, we will not be having a traditional in-person Walk to End Alzheimer's. Instead, we're inviting our friends, our family teams to walk in small teams of friends and families while others in your community do the same. So the Walk to End Alzheimer's, our idea this year is that walk is everywhere. So a walk can take place exactly where you are. The way that we're saying it is from downtowns to small towns and every sidewalk in between. So, even though things look different this year, one thing hasn't changed, and that's our commitment to a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. So we're excited. It's going to look different, but we have kind of a hybrid of components with the walk. Um, Participants will start their day on October 3rd by joining us for a virtual opening ceremony and promise garden ceremony, which will take place on a web platform called the Walk Main Stage. And then from there, participants are welcomed and encouraged to walk where they are. Of course, all activities that involve gatherings of people should follow COVID-19 guidance from your local government or health department. So we are ensuring that, of course, health and safety are our top priorities here. And this is a way where folks can walk safely and can have an opportunity to still take part in the camaraderie and the togetherness of what is walk while doing so safely. So in addition to the walk, after the walk portion is over, we have a drive-through promise garden that will be in a location in the community. That location is still to be determined here in Tallahassee. And we'll be sure to get that information out as soon as we know it. But folks can drive through that promise garden ceremony and still get that experience of visiting a promise garden through that drive-through portion of it. So all in all, those are the three components. But with that, there are lots of new, innovative, as Priscilla mentioned, innovative applications and resources to help make this an experience that is unforgettable and that's memorable for 2020, although it's already been quite a memorable year. Well, we have lots of plans in place. For example, for the walk component, we have new features for the Walk to End Alzheimer's app where people can track their steps and hear messages of support as they walk.
And it's pretty cool. I downloaded it, so
Did you? Oh, awesome.
I
Awesome.
did.
Yeah, it's, for those who may have used it before, it's just going to get an upgrade. It's going to be, all the more innovative, and there are going to be so many more tools to help enhance that experience of this walk. And then also individuals will get the opportunity to get flags mailed to them that they can display on their windows, and that will be an opportunity to show, solidarity for this cause as well. So yeah, lots of new components for sure. We are excited as it's all kind of coming out and we're getting the opportunity to communicate this to the public. It's coming quickly. We have a little over 2 months. So yeah, we have a lot.
72 days. 72 days before the walk.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah, it's exciting. We have a lot of support from folks like Priscilla and communities, corporate teams, family teams. So we're super grateful to have this opportunity to still do a walk to end Alzheimer's.
Now, usually with the walk, we're starting 8:30, 9 o'clock. So after the ceremony, then the walk takes place. And so this year, the walk will be right after the online
Yes, ma'am.
ceremony. And that walk, you can walk as long as you want.
Yeah, so the walk in your neighborhood, yeah, it would start after the opening ceremony broadcast, which is very short. As you remember from the in-person walks, it was like 10 to 15 minutes, kickstart everyone. This year it's the same. It's about 15 minutes, and then the start of the actual walk in the neighborhood would begin at 9:15. But
Mhm.
that could be at your own pace.
Right.
The drive-through Promise Garden will be open from 10 to 3 that day.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so, with all of that being said, what that means is we can eliminate a lot of excuses because to get up and get dressed all fancy. A lot of people are walking anyway. You're walking in your neighborhoods anyway. I was walking and I'm starting back. The rain kind of slowed me down, but I'm starting back so I can build my momentum up. But because you're walking anyway, this would be a great opportunity to partner with and to connect with the Walk to End Alzheimer's. It's for a great cause. In addition to already getting your steps in, losing your weight, doing your own thing, this would be a great opportunity for you to also walk for a great cause. There
Right.
donations involved, of course. That's the whole purpose of the walk. And so, Yasmin, just give us just briefly when I donate, whether it's, and let me say this, I'm never, I will take your 50 cent, I'll take your $500, I'll take your $2,000, whatever it is you want to give, um, however you do it. But when you give your money, tell us a
Right.
little, Yasmin, when they give their 50, because here's the thing, as they always told me growing up, pennies make quarters, quarters
Mm,
make dollars. So all of it counts. Um,
absolutely.
seems like we're running out of coins in some places. We're still gonna take them until we can't anymore. But all of it adds up. And so when I give my donation to the Alzheimer's Association, what does that go towards?
Absolutely. So, yeah, your donation makes such a difference. The Alzheimer's Association, we work every day to provide care and support to affected families through education programs and outreach. Other component of our mission is that we advance research. So, we want to find a cure. So, we try to advance research by funding critical studies and convening and connecting with scientists across the world. And then we also advocate. We advocate for the rights and the needs of all those facing Alzheimer's disease and all other dementias. So, whether it's care and support, it's research, or it's advocacy, your donation makes such an impact into the work that we do, on a macro level. So, we're super grateful for anything. As Priscilla said, any amount makes an impact for sure.
Yeah. And I often talk about the Alzheimer's Association. They just last week did the brain bus, the
Yep.
virtual brain bus, other great information. When you're coming into it, I know I have people that contact me because people that know me know I've been doing this for a little while. And so I have people that contact me about just how to, deal with certain aspects of it and what have you. There's a lot of information out there on the alls.org page. I refer people there all the time. There's a wealth of information out there that can help you to kind of maneuver your way through these different situations that come about with those who have dementia and Alzheimer's. I mean, classes that you can take.
Yep.
Literally, you can take classes. There's a 24-hour hotline, because
Mhm.
it get overwhelming, even more so during COVID. And so all of that is funded. The advocacy part, all of that. And anytime you're doing anything, it does. It costs money. It takes money. And so with all these teams all around the world, and I've been sharing, if you go back through the My Favorite Girl page, I've been sharing different videos that Yasmin has placed out there. There's another one out there. What's the young lady's name from Orlando?
Pavla.
Yes,
Mhm.
she actually did an example of what the walk would look like. And so, this is an opportunity. And I put my mom's face on my flyer. My purple is a little bit different from the Alzheimer's Association and the Tallahassee Alz. My purple is a little bit different, but it's purple. Purple is purple. And so my flyers are a little bit different because, sometimes I'm a little bit different. But put her face on it because I want you all, if for nothing else, to connect the face with it, because y'all know I love my mom with everything in me. And so even with her at the stage that she's at, and I put on my cover page that's out there, walk with me for her. If you don't do it, if you don't have someone that that is, dealing with it right now, you haven't been directly impacted, then my thing is put her face with it and walk with me for her. You don't have to come in my neighborhood for you to walk in your own neighborhood, but by all means walk. The other thing, and I'm going to put up here right quick, to register, you can go to act.alz.org/Tallahassee or alz.org/walk to register to walk. Now, my team name, y'all know, my team name is #myfavorittegirl. And it's after my mom, of course. And so go out there, find my name, find my team, and you can either join my team, which would be amazing, or form your own team. If you and your family, you got a family of two, just you. I mean, if it's just you, join my team. It's just you and one other person, join my team. But if you have a family of 5 and you say, you know what, we want to join in, we want to do it, we want to walk, form your team with your family. Walk in your neighborhood. Go out the Cascade if you so desire, but put your mask on. That is the whole purpose. That is the disclaimer that's all over the walk page, because we want to be safe. So wear your mask. If you don't wear your mask, walk by yourself. Wherever you walk, walk alone. Don't walk by people. But by all means, walking in your group, especially if it's not those in your immediate family, put your mask on. Now, I will say this as well, be careful even with that. If you're going to walk like 10 miles per hour, be careful because the mask, wearing your mask and walking like that has different effects, but be safe with it, by all means, but form your own team. If your organization you're a part of would like to form a team, join my team. I'm always going to take, and the great thing about it, even if you're on my team, we can walk in our separate areas. You're just up under my favorite girl as your, team captain, but you're walking from where you are. So if your organization, if your place of employment, if your church group, what have you, would like to, and I hope that you would, you can also go on my website. It's listed here, PriscillaJeanLouis.com. You can go on there. Up under my favorite girl, you'll see Tallahassee Walk to End Alzheimer's 2020. On the link, it'll take you directly to my page. Each team has their own website under the walk page. So it'll take you directly to my website. You can go there, you can make your donations. You can download the app, and the app is so easy. Some of you are going to be hearing from me within the next probably couple hours, tomorrow, the weekend, because I'm going to be sending out things from the app, just asking, again, 50 cents, $5, $2, whatever. By the time you contribute, we can meet the goal, we can exceed the goal. And it's to go towards this research to help get a cure. I was sharing with Yasmin, I have in my front yard 2 of the blue flowers and 1 of the white flowers. When I moved, I put them in the front yard because it's a constant reminder to me as well, that we will have, and my 2 blue ones have This morning, the yard people came by and I found 2 little leaves sitting on my front porch, and I just took it and stuck it back on. But one thing about it, that white flower has not moved. I mean, it's standing there. The yard people come and they blow it. It's rained several times and it just spins and spins and spins. And so that's significant for me. The fact that the blue ones have done what they've done. I mean, one of them only has 2 leaves, the other one has all 4, but it blows off periodically. But that white flower has not been touched, and it's been storming. Everything, and so that gives me extra hope that in the midst of it all, and I'm a believer of prayer, and I do believe that things change with prayer, and God, He is still a healer, and until that time, and I put that white flower in the center of this background because that is what it signifies. That one day we will be able to find a cure for this thing. And until then and beyond then, I'm going to keep advocating. I'm going to keep fighting for a cure because, again, I don't want anybody, I want to stop this. It's a very, I say all the time, it's a very mean and cruel disease. And if you've been around it, every day is not a great day. That's why I've been enjoying all day long. Every time I walk out the room, my mom says, "Oh, I love you so much. You're so good to me. And I'm like, thank you, because that's not every day. That's not every day at all. So, you take them as you take them, and you make good on it. Now, Yasmin, another thing that can happen, we still have opportunity. We have 72 days, but one of the other things that we're looking for is sponsorship. And
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
tell us a little bit about the sponsorship, how that works, and how they can partner and
Sure.
get a sponsor.
Yeah, thanks, Priscilla. So yes, we still have corporate sponsorship opportunities available for 2020. And of course, with our new experience with, the Walk is Everywhere platform, our sponsorship packet has changed a lot. We've enhanced our packet to allow for more opportunities for marketing and public awareness benefits for corporations and businesses to benefit from by partnering with us. So that includes logo placement on, of course, like we've always had before on our t-shirts, but also on the Walk main stage, which is the platform we'd be using for some of the lower levels, clickable name to your website on the Walk main page, yard signs at the drive-through Promise Garden location. So there are several different, in addition to what we've done before, like logo on website, placement on our e-news. So all of the whatever we were able to continue or continue doing in the past that we are doing again this year, but some of the new benefits, some of the new virtual amenities have been offered as well. So Priscilla has my information, or I can also um, comment it in later with my email. But if anyone is interested in that opportunity, they can contact me. Also, my email's on the website that Priscilla is sharing with everyone as well. So that's available for folks to contact me directly, and I can get you a sponsor packet.
Okay. Now, would you have an issue with it being shared online? Because I can share it. I can image it and share it. All
No
right.
issue. Yeah, I can get it to you, Priscilla. I'll send it to you soon.
I have it. I have it.
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
downloaded images.
Okay.
And
But
so
just
that information will be on the My Favorite Girls page shortly after we get off. I meant to put it on there before we came on. But at any rate, if you have that ability and you can sponsor, that's another great way for businesses. And it's a win-win because as she stated, with your information being on the Walk page, and you're talking about thousands of people who are visiting that website, who will see your logo and be able to contact you directly. That's a great opportunity for your business to grow your business and what have you. And at the same time, be able to help with this particular walk and everything that's going on with it. And so please, if you can take advantage of that opportunity, please do so. If you know other businesses and companies, and let me say this, if you don't have the tier of money that they're looking for the different areas of sponsorship, that doesn't mean that your company can't sponsor. You may not have your logo on the website, but hey, as a business, you'll know and you'll feel good about the fact that you were able to donate. If it's $200 or $300 or what have you, you'll feel good that you can say, you know what, my business was able to donate towards this. And so it's just the nature of the beast. Even when you deal with other sponsorship opportunities, a lot of them, there are certain amounts that you have for certain things. And so, don't not give if you can, because you're saying, well, my logo won't be on there. It may not be, but I promise you there's no better feeling than to know that you were able to assist whatever way you can. So whether it's your business, your church, your individual self, um, if you have the ability and you can, please do. Again, you can go to my website right there, Priscilla J. John Louis. That's the easiest way for me to put it up there without putting all the extra stuff that comes along. But if you go to my website, go to the My Favorite Girl link. There's a drop down and you'll see Tallahassee Walk to End Alz 2020. There's a direct button on there. If you click it, it'll take you to my walk page, and there you can make your donation, whatever it is you desire. But join me in this. As I stated earlier, I am getting started a little bit late. However, we're going to make it happen. And I do. Let me put this out there right now, because I just updated my page and all that stuff. I have been kind of busy doing a whole bunch of other stuff, but I did update my page and all that. So if you go there right now, you're going to see a 0 in there. But trust me, I donate, I give towards this myself, because I don't want to ask other people to do something that I'm not doing. And so, I'll be right on there as well, giving what I can give as often as I can give it, so that we can reach this goal. And so thank you all so much for your time, for listening to us tonight. Yasmin, thank you. I knew it wasn't going to be too long, but I did want to get the information out, because I did put on my site, ask me how, ask me where. I posted that on there. And so it is on my cover page. And so now you all know it's going to be different. The Promise Garden. I love the Promise Garden. We usually go and take pictures, as you saw in the video.
Right.
I played before this. I go and I sit out there and take pictures. I like the little frame that they have as well with the walk. We won't have that. So you can make your own. That's a great idea for you to do. If you and your team still want to take pictures, you can get your own little frame and put your shirt on or what have you. Now, for those that are going to join My Favorite Girl team, and this is just me, now I'm going to wear I'm going to get my other shirt from the Alzheimers Association. But for every person who joins my team, I am going to send you a My Favorite Girls team shirt for the Tallahassee Walkthrough and Alzheimer's. That's on me. You're going to get a shirt from me with the team name, just for signing up on my team and giving a donation of at least $5. If you make a donation of at least $5, I'm going to send you a My Favorite Girl shirt, because I want, I love the support. I love those that contact me about my mom and want to make sure she's doing okay. So I want you to have a My Favorite Girl shirt if you join my team and give a donation. So yeah, I'll get your name and your information off of there. But the Promise Garden is I love it. It's usually out. We've been at Cascade for the last 2 years, and there's a whole little area over there with every color flag. Last year, my mom had the opportunity to do the blue flag. Yeah, I put that picture on there as well. It worked for her as well as it worked, but at least she had the opportunity. Her and my grandmother. We actually took them out there, and they sat out there, and they were able to hold the blue flag. And my mom walked up and stayed up there for a moment. But it's really cool. So I'll be riding through. God willing. I'll be riding through, and it'll be great, because I usually try and take them out for a ride anyway. So that'll be our ride. We'll ride through, see the flowers, and just enjoy that. So do, if you can, do partner with us, partner with the Alzheimer's Association. Find out what it is you can do, because trust me, if you haven't been there, you don't know. You really don't know what the future is going to hold. And so if we can find a cure now, we can do the research now, we can do what we can now, then maybe we can prevent this. We can stop these numbers from rising as high as they're rising. And so, that's what this is. It's all going to be in your own neighborhood. So for those who asked me earlier, and I asked you to watch the live tonight, that's what this is about. Do it from your own. What did you say? What was it? All,
So your own neighborhood,
all neighborhood.
trail. Let me get the right wording here. I got you. So, let's see. I have it up. Okay. Neighborhood on any sidewalk, track, or trail. So neighborhood on any sidewalk, track, or on your trail.
There you go. So get on one of them. Count your steps. Do your steps. You can get your steps in that day by walking with us with the Tallahassee Walk to End Alzheimer's. Saturday, October 3rd, 2020, starting at, what time is the virtual again? 9?
Mm-hmm.
9 o'clock. All right. And we'll share the link. I'll share the link out on my page. And definitely as we get closer, I'll share that information. But from this point, from day on, I'm sure y'all are going to be seeing me a whole lot, just posting some things. And yeah, I'm going to be asking for your money. I'm going to ask for your donations. I'm going to ask you to give. I'm going to have my mom's face posted down on whatever it is, because for me, this is about her. Not just her. I have aunts and uncles and friends and, other people, my grandmother, have them all who's dealing with it. And so I'm putting her face on there so you can connect her face with it. And again, if you don't do it for me, if you don't know anybody personally, connect her face. A lot of you all love her, and I know it because you contact me, you show up, you talk about her in good ways. And she's helped a lot of people, and a lot of people know her here in the city. And so if you can't connect anybody else's face that connect her face and join the team, and let's do what we can do. I think I took my personal goal is $1,000, and then the team goal is $2,000. So that's $3,000 right there. So we want to do all we can to reach that goal and to make it happen. So thank you again.
Thank you.
I know you just got off just like me. Just want to bring you on briefly. Want to ask everybody, if you will, to scroll down there, take a moment, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the My Favorite Girl in Alzheimer's page. You'll be able to see this. This is actually live on YouTube as well. So it will be out there when this is over. So on YouTube, it'll be here on the My Favorite Girl in Alzheimer's Facebook page. And if you have any questions, I will also, and I apologize, I meant to put Yasmin's information up prior to starting, but I also post her information out there for you. So if you have any questions in regards to the sponsorship, as she stated, contact her directly. She can get you the information. And we're here. Myself, if you have any questions in regards to my team, if you want to ask me how you can get your My Favorite Girl shirt, don't have any of my personal inspirational teas in here with me at the moment, but I think somewhere along the line, I'm going to do a giveaway with some of my shirts just as an incentive for those who would join. Y'all know I have the mug too. So
what does it say?
Keep going, keep pushing,
Love that.
Your mug. So
Oh,
some giveaways for those who join the team. We're not trying to buy your team membership, but I'm just a person who does not mind saying thank you for those who partner, because I think, people don't have to do anything that they do. And if you think enough of my mom and me to partner with me and to join in with me, then I don't mind saying thank you. And that's one of the ways that's, inspirational caregiver mug there. And every time you pick it up, for those that partner, you pick up that cup and it inspires you to keep going, keep pushing, keep loving, keep caring. That's what that is all about. So We'll have a giveaway sometime within the next week for those who sign up. At some point, we'll put it out there for you. And that's what it's all about, making sure that we can do our part to get the word out and to make sure that, we help find the cure for Alzheimer's. So thank you all again for tuning in on tonight. Yasmin, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
be in contact with you. And we're going to make some things happen together. So,
Absolutely. Together. We
all
got
right.
this. All right.
Thank you, Yasmin. I want to be on here for a few minutes, just a few minutes longer. I know you got to take care of your house. So I will talk with you later.
Okay. Talk to you
All right.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
All
Bye.
right. All right. Again, thank you all so much. I'm just going to take a few minutes. And continue even from our conversation last week. Next week, I am looking, you all know, last week I had on Mary Daniel with the caregivers, the caregivers, as you all know, with our current situation as it relates to COVID and what have you. Our long-term care facilities have basically been shut down. And there are literally thousands of people, thousands. I joined her group after I saw it in the paper, joined a group, and that's one group among others where there are thousands of people who, have not been able to see their loved ones since the end of March. And our governor has just over the last couple of weeks extended that 2 more months. So you're talking about from March, and if everything continues as is, it'll be the end of August, September, prayerfully. It will change before then. But I'm going to have on again next week another panel discussion. And I'm going to bring on some of these family members. And we understand, please don't misunderstand me, even in what I'm saying. We totally understand that COVID is COVID, and you have to take the precautions that need to be taken in these facilities. However, um, a lot of these patients, and my heart goes out totally, because I understand that it's not my situation, but it very well could have been. And because of that, that is one of the reasons why I have joined forces with them, because it's not right. It's not. Just you know just last weekend, my grandmother, I ended up having to call the uh, ambulance for her. Had a situation going on and still don't really know what happened, but we thank God, because I believe that the prayers of the righteous do avail much. And so, I was able to get a message to the church while service was going on, and they stopped and they prayed. And I do believe that prayer changes any and everything. But at any rate, we get to the hospital, and I said to myself, I'm like, wow, here I am, I'm fighting for this thing. And I guess I had to experience it. But my grandmother is 96 years old with, dementia, what have you. And I get to the emergency room, and initially they tell me I can't go in with her. And there was no way on this green earth that that was going to work. It wasn't going to work. Pastor Judy came over, and I'd already told her, like, listen, these people don't let me go in. We'll have to pray a different type of prayer. But, um, it's a sad situation. I don't think, if you are in the basis of it, the essential family caregivers, they do have to have a right and an opportunity to see about their loved one. You have these people at these facilities who they have dementia, they have other forms of, disabilities, some with MS. You have, I mean, I saw one story which totally baffled me. There's a guy, he happened to be a doctor, but he and his wife are in the same facility, the same exact facility. He's in the assisted living, she's in skilled nursing, two different levels of care, however, in the same facility, 50 yards apart, 50 yards apart, and they will not allow him to see his wife in the same facility. That makes no sense, none whatsoever. You have people now who are they're trying to get jobs at the facilities where their loved ones are because they can't get in. And I can only imagine, I, I mean, my mom being here, um, they don't know, to have a window visit or a FaceTime, somebody with dementia, that's never going to work. And so I'm saying that to say, y'all are going to hear from me a whole lot about this situation until it changes. It's hard sometimes for people to really understand what things are like if they are not if that situation doesn't impact them directly, basically. And unfortunately, it hasn't. And it's not the facilities. A lot of people are upset on some end with the facilities. And true enough, when you're not allowed to go into the facility, you don't know. A lot of these patients, they're not dying from COVID. They are dying from isolation. They're dying because they need that family care. You cannot have that abrupt of a change and nothing changes. They're not eating. They're not, some of them are having to be isolated in their room. That's not right by any means. And there has to be a way that at least one of these family members, these essential, a lot of these family members were not just going to visit their loved ones, but they're helping them get dressed, they're helping them bathe, they're helping them to eat, all of that. They are familiar with them. And so when you take that away, no, they're not eating. A lot of them are expressing other types of behaviors. And so something has to change. So I'm going to be sharing as well on my personal page, as well as my Favorite Girl page. I'm going to be sharing on there some of the petitions that are being sent out. And I'm going to ask those of you that follow the page, those of you that are Facebook friends or what have you, go on, sign these petitions. We need our governor to be able to hear. Mary Daniel, who is the one that got the job as a dishwasher, she's formed some things and she's trying to get in right now to see the governor. And so I've been praying. That's been my prayer. Even this morning in prayer, the Bible says that the heart of the king is in the hand of God. And God can turn that thing whichever way he wants. And so my prayer is that God would give her the ear of our governor and that he would hear what it is she has to say and that some changes can be made in this. The same way that we're phasing and opening up different things in Florida, even though, in some respects, we should kind of shut some things back down, but the same way. I mean, we're opening up schools, we've opened up restaurants and the gym and all this stuff. There has to be a plan that has to be given where we can allow these family members to get in there, not asking for the whole family, just one person to be able to go in. And there has to be a plan that has to be set in place for this to happen. You have people that are dying. I'm reading posts on almost a daily basis, 2 and 3 posts a day where their loved ones are dying. They're not even letting them in, not even allowing them to come in. And some of these facilities have no cases. And the ones that are getting cases, my opinion, and it is fact, if the patients or the residents aren't going out, that means that it's coming in through the staff members or the vendors or what have you. And so, if staff can leave and go live their lives and do their thing and come back, they have to be tested. And, the majority, a great majority of these people, they're willing to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. If you want to test them once a week, what have you, they're willing to do that. And so, we have to have a plan to do that. So next week, I'm going to bring on some of these family members, some of them that have dealt with it, that haven't seen their moms, their dads, their sons and daughters and sisters, haven't seen them in months. And it's not to, you know, uh, basically it's to bring awareness. It's to help people to become aware. Because sometimes we don't really feel it until we can actually see it. And unfortunately, sometimes things don't change until it happens to us directly. That's just how it is. And so I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep putting it out there. I'm going to keep fighting for it as well, because it could be my mom, it could be my grandmother that I haven't seen since the end of March, the middle of March. Could be. It's not, and I'm thankful. I'm so very thankful, because I just cannot imagine, but because it is other people's mom and dad and what have you, I'm going to fight with them just as hard, because something has to change. Something has to give. These people cannot be isolated. I've seen stories that have been posted where even the residents themselves are saying they feel like they're in prison. That should not be. It should not be at all. So, um, if you see a petition on my page, if I share it, please take a moment and fill it out. Doesn't take but a moment. I've done a couple of them. Only takes a moment just to go in, put your name on. Some of them are trying to get so many signatures so that, we can have enough signatures, same way we do with voting. And, help us. If there's some things that I can't share totally with what we're doing, but there's some other things that are in the works, with some other things, and so just help us out by doing that. All right. Thank you all again for tuning in. Go to my page, go to my website, click on the Walk to End Alls 2020, and join my team, my favorite girl, and help us with the walk. You can walk in your own neighborhood, your own trail, your own park, whatever you decide. But join us. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much. See you next Thursday.